India is at the threshold of becoming the economic superpower thanks to its favorable demographics and the educated middle class. India is changing, and it is changing really fast. Virat Kohli is the most iconic cricketer who exudes such fierce aggression on the field that one cannot stop but just admire him. PV Sindhu is the first Indian to win the World Badminton Championship, who is seen slaying her competition like never seen before. India is changing, and it is changing really fast. I think this generation's Indians have this risk-taking ability that probably our forefathers lacked. To give you my own example, as a child, I was always taught to say yes to my elders even when I disagree with them, and to not give it back to them because of their age. And I would rather be submissive than be confrontational. These are some of the qualities that, for what reasons I don't know, but we have kind of grown up with. This new generation of Indians don't carry that burden of just being obedient and being diligent. They know to say no, they know to follow their passion, and they are go-getters, they're hungry, they're ambitious, and they're achievers. And that's probably the defining quality between our ancestors and this whole generation of new crop of Indians. While this whole thing is amazing, I still feel that there is a little bit of danger in this entire approach. While I am in total awe of the kind of achievements that all Indians have done, the problem here is that truly today it's a global village. If coronavirus has taught us something, it is this, that what started in Wuhan will affect New Zealand, will affect Australia, will affect Europe, will affect America, and it will affect every part of the world, and definitely India also. So truly we are not far from each other. We are a close-knit village, and it is truly a global village. In a place like this, where there is so much of cross-cultural exchange, it is very easy to lose one's own identity. It's very easy to lose one's own culture, and it's very easy to lose one's own language. Today, I know a lot of my own friends who are born Kannadigas, but they are more comfortable talking in English and they can't speak fluent Kannada. And this is the danger that I keep talking about, because we are so global that there is always a peril of extinction of one's own identity. To this entire saga of global village, we also have the history of the British with us. Because you think logically, a small group of people, that I'm talking about British, a small group of foreigners could not probably rule a country of crores of people physically. I mean, it's not possible. So the only thing that British so intelligently did is that they tried conquering us mentally. They created an aspirational value about them in us that we started replicating everything that they did. They introduced their education system, and Indians were appreciated and encouraged to excel in their education system. And when we did excel, we got high positions in their regiment. And this created an atmosphere of subservience. We always wanted to please them instead of discovering who we are. Today, if I have to tell you, I'm being brutally honest. I don't know how many people would like to admit it, but even today, even till this date, when I see a foreigner or anybody with white skin coming in front of me, psychologically I get intimidated. I take a step back, and now because of the education and the awareness and everything, I tell myself that I am not any lesser intelligent. I am not any lesser smart than the other person, so there is no need for me to feel inferior to anybody. And hence, with this kind of awareness, I bring myself, I put one more step, saying that we are all at the same level. But this has come over a period of time. This has come because we have trained ourselves and we have told ourselves that we are not lesser than anybody truly. But But that mindset is something that we still fight, and it is there. And this is precisely the reason why I wanted to start this channel, The History Junkie, because for long enough we have been taught by the British about our own history. If I have to really recall what I studied in my history textbooks, some of the famous things, and I'm sure it's with pretty much every Indian that comes to our mind, is the doctrine of lapse and the divide and rule policy, and except for a handful of freedom fighters, we really don't know much about our own history. And that's probably the reason why movies like Tanaji, movies like Padmavat, or even Bajirao Mastani are succeeding so well. I mean, they are humongous blockbusters. And it's only because what we have not even studied in our history textbooks, which is so integral to the history of India, we have not even studied that, and somebody else is making a movie on that. So let us just watch and learn it. And that's the sentiment of an Indian. Indians want to know about their own history, and it's actually so foolish that we still have textbooks that are still teaching what the British have taught us. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to start this channel, because I wanted to go on a journey of discovering about my own land. I don't know who were the rulers of this land and what were their contributions, what have they accomplished or what have they not accomplished, and how has that impacted us today. These are some of the questions which should have been taught, or it should have at least, the schools should have at least started the conversation or triggered that inquisitiveness in us that we would go and study about it ourselves. And unfortunately none of that happened, and today it has taken me all this long to realize that I don't know anything about it. So I want to go on this journey to understand about my land, which is Karnataka. I live in Bangalore, and this belongs to the Karnataka state. I need to really find few answers to my own questions, and that is why I have started this channel. This is what I'm mostly going to do in this whole series that I call as the Untold History of Mysore. You must understand that Karnataka was coined, much later. So Mysore then meant the entire state of Karnataka, and Mysore has a lot to do with what Karnataka is today. So this whole process actually starts at Mysore, and that is where I will be going and exploring the history that I want to find answers to. If you're also somebody who wants to find answers to some of the questions, or if history kind of interests you, or if you found any sense in what I just said, then you must subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to press the bell button, otherwise you will not get notified when I upload a new video. So that's about it in this vlog. See you in my next vlog, which is going to be in Mysore. Till then, Dhanyavad.